Hey everybody, welcome back everybody. YouTube land. What do we have today actually? YouTube land, Facebookville, and LinkedInburg. We're back to last week today live. I'm Philtastic and I'm live, and I'm hoping all of you are, because then that's weird. So it looks like we're still waiting for Brian's show to end for everybody to come in, but let's see what's going on here. I hope everybody's well. We have a snowy morning here in North Jersey. That's not light behind me. Well, I guess it technically is light. It's light reflected off of the snow. My little guy is joining us. Do you want to wave, buddy? Here. He's right here. Hold on. Oh, you can't see his hand. He's too short. But he's sitting right next to me. My wife and my daughter are sleeping, so I will be looking forward to... he's probably going to go down for a nap, and then I'm going to have to do a little bit of shoveling. Not too bad, not like the other day. So looking forward to that, I'm sure. Let's see who is here. Las Cruces, first one in. How are you? Yes, hello from New Mexico. Hi from New Jersey. Paul, my fellow New Jerseyan, how are you, sir? Here for the layover? Yes. No rats here. I detest rats, rodents, anything like that. So none of those here. You can keep the rats outside or something. Wellbore from the Great White North. I'm just complaining about a little bit of snow. You're probably like, hey, that's nothing. Joseph Michaels. Joseph, just if you don't mind, correct me. Do you have a was it a 500 subscriber giveaway going on? Is that the case? I think you're doing that next week, if I'm not mistaken. Robin, how are you? Coming off her big win this morning from this morning's Fanboy Prime show with Neil. Hey, Neil, how are you? Brian the Godfather is here. How are you, sir? I just realized a little bit of irony here. Brian, LCS, is the Godfather. My godson's name is Brian, so there's that whole thing. Not this Brian, of course. Let's see. Evil Mike, yes, is here. Hey, Roscoe, good morning. Good morning. No, we don't have much snow. Really? I thought that was like the main export of Canada. Manny, how are you? A little over a foot here. Yeah, this wasn't bad today. I mean, I'm guessing maybe it was an inch, not even. But you go further west and it's adding up. I was just going to ask something to Wellbore. I have to ask, what's going on in Canada? I don't know how or why. My IG feed, I keep getting some conservative female speaker from Canada saying that Trudeau, she don't like Trudeau. So I don't know what that's about. Fill us in. It's a dry winter, going to be a bad fire season. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, it didn't start here till about 10 o'clock, but 10 o'clock at night. But it was a lighter snow. It really was. Let's see. And, the whole thing with he said a bad fire season. Remember, Wellbore, I'm not sure what part of Canada that you're in as far as like which coast or anything. But, I mean, here in New Jersey, we got affected because of the wildfires in Canada. I think most of the United States did this past summer. Kenneth, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I know you had some health challenges recently. But let's just get to it. I've had, I'm going to say a more relaxed week than I have. My paternity leave is quickly coming to an end. I go back, not this Monday, but the following Monday. So this week is probably going to be about racing to get pretty much everything I wanted to get done. But I've been pretty busy. I'm going to say that. I am still working on a couple of art pieces as my son just takes every single one of his toys and slams it next to us. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. Yeah, I have a couple art pieces I'm racing to get done that I really want to get done before I go back to work. But it is going to be, I think, another challenging week as far as things outside of comics going on. As far as what I read, I'll go through that quickly, and then thank you, Evil. I appreciate that. A lot of people don't like Trudeau. I'm surprised. I thought he was like very well liked, even though I remember before he I don't know if you guys have a prime minister. I'm really terrible. I remember last week tonight with John Oliver doing a whole segment on him, how he appeared in some sort of like it was just some sort of a weird show talking about how he like would go to a party and to pick up women, he would make it look like he fell down a flight of stairs. I don't know. I mean, you probably know better than I do. Eddie from the Batcave, hello. Enjoy that grandchild on your shoulder. My son is running around. Luckily, my daughter is sleeping because she's a little bit loud to stream. I did get to some reading. The only thing I picked up this week, and I left it downstairs, is I did pick up Gary Vee's book. I think everybody at this point has heard about it. The Need, or I think it's just called Need at this point. I don't know. Gary has gone on a lot of different shows. Hey, buddy, hey, promoting his book. So I'm looking forward to jumping into that. Digger Jim, how are you, sir? Digger Jim, actually, I think it was just yesterday as my son jumps behind us, put up a video about some recent digging he did, and I guess you could say treasure hunting at a 1940s house. It made me think, Jim, I don't know if I told you about this. In college, I was renting a house that, this is in New Brunswick, New Jersey, that apparently used to be a speakeasy. And they had, during Prohibition, they had torn down wherever it was connecting to. And as a result, like there was a bunch of like really strange, small kind of rooms because it used to be a hallway. We did find a fake panel. That was pretty cool. I remember that. And it had just a bunch of bottles in it. But yeah, so that kind of reminded me of that. Trev is here. How are you, Trev? I think I said hello to you before, but if not, hello, sir. Cup is here. How are you doing? Izzyverse, Izzy NYC, how are you? Izzy and Brian are doing a 3-channel giveaway with Chris the Comic Vet. Check out Izzy or Brian's channel to get, or Comic Vet's channel, excuse me, to get information on that. I can't do it any justice. Madam, how are you? I hope that your week is going well. Yeah, no problem. I was just curious. Like I said, I know barely enough about it. I don't even speak American politics. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? But we're going to get into something on that here, too. Hold on. Okay. I just want to make sure he's not getting to any cabinets. So this is what I read this week. I think it was actually a pretty decent read week. And again, remember, I'm always a couple weeks behind, so it might be like that came out in November. Why are you talking about it now? Manch, how are you, sir? Rare Flavors, number 3. I really, really, really enjoyed this series. This episode, excuse me, this issue, I'm not going to lie to you, of the 3 has been my least favorite, but the art in it continues to be interesting. The story, I'm still enjoying. This one just doesn't really, this particular issue doesn't do a lot as far as moving it forward for me. But again, it's an original series. This is the only Ram V work I can say that I really, really liked. But again, that's just my opinion here. Oh, Caroline's here. Lady F, how are you? Lady Fantastic, how's it going? Yeah, we're popping today. I caught up on, at least I believe I'm caught up on Undiscovered Country, issues 25, 26, and 27. I'll be honest with you, the story has waned for me a bit. It's just there's too many breaks in between. It's still in my pull list at this point because I do know it is ending soon. And they've confirmed it. I think it's going to end at issue 36, so we've got 9 more issues to go. I just kind of want to see the story through to the end, but it has taken some kind of unexpected turns up to this point. Evil, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, Stephanie's leaving. Safe travels. Okay. I don't know. If you're leaving, yeah, safe travels. Um, yeah, unexpected twists and turns. They're starting to answer a lot of the questions that have been lingering since the start of the series. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey, buddy. Hold on. Sorry about that. My son knocked his gate over, and that is the one thing that we don't like to fool around with. Neil, how are you? How are you? Oh, I said hi to Neil already. Well, hi again, Neil. Yeah, so they're starting to answer a lot of the questions that have been lingering since the series debuted in 2019, and it's good. You're starting to see a lot of things pay off. I think the real kind of difficulty with the series, at least for me, has been the fact that they do take long breaks in between, and you've got lots of different characters going on here, so it's a little difficult to keep track. But I'll say this: with this most recent chapter or this recent zone that they're in, if you follow the series, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let's see. Matthew, don't touch anything there, buddy. My wife has a bunch of little tchotchkes around, and he's mostly ignored them up until now. Up until this second, of course. He waited until we were streaming to look at it. Yes, quite literally. Fanboy, how are you, sir? Did you get my message, by the way? Just in the middle of the show, we're definitely a go. I ordered that thing. Yeah, I was going to say this. With the most recent installment of Undiscovered Country, if you are a fan of, what's that sci-fi movie? I think they made it a show, too, with the train. Yeah, there's a nice twist on that in this one. It'd be helpful if I knew what I was talking about, but it's the show. Welcome, if you haven't been here before. This next one was actually a freebie from Vault Comics that my LCS, Fat Moose Comics in, are they technically Parsippany or Whippany? Whippany, New Jersey on Parsippany Road. Snowpiercer, thank you, Evil. Yeah, there's a good twist on that. Yeah, Fat Moose Comics in Whippany, New Jersey on Parsippany Road, the oldest comic book store in New Jersey. Yeah, this was a freebie from Vault Comics, Beyond Real. Very interesting so far. I'm actually going to message my LCS to ask for the next issue. While a struggling artist, I'm reading this from the back. I tell you, I don't sound this prepared ever. When struggling artist June is injured in a severe car accident that leaves her boyfriend in a coma, she begins to experience strange visual phenomena. Soon she's able to see that we are all actually living in computer simulation. June must set out on a journey of possibility and peril. Possibility and peril, that sounds good. Into the metaphysical layers of the simulation to reach the world's creator and save her true love from death. I really like the art in this in particular. It's definitely a different kind of style. Cover, of course, too, I think is pretty good. I like that a lot. Very visually stunning. And different type of story, definitely. But I really enjoyed this. And again, this was kind of nice because it was so unexpected. Yeah, Trev, it's definitely got some Matrix vibes in it. Yeah, same. Yeah, lady, check it out. I hope, check it out, see if you like it. Dale, how are you? Good morning. And lady, actually, the next 3 books I read, the final 3 books I read, might be up your alley here. So last week I told you I read Wolverine 38, 39, and 40. This week I read 41 and 42. This is the start of the Sabretooth War. This is number 41. I think issue 43 either came out this week or it's coming out next week. And this is a variant cover for issue 42. Yeah, the Sabretooth War definitely starts with a bang. You know, Ben Percy, I've said this, has been one of the best writers on Wolverine and on X-Force to date. And this definitely kind of takes it up a notch. And definitely, yeah, you know, lady, if you're a fan of Sabretooth, yeah, this is where to go to. This is more in line with the Sabretooth from the 90s, a sadistic, evil, twisted Sabretooth. I kind of felt for a while that Sabretooth had gotten sidelined through the Krakoan era. If you recall, the very first thing you saw in House of X was Sabretooth getting thrown into the pit. His limited series just a few months ago, I think it was over the summer, was good. He escaped the pit, and you saw he kind of figured out basically how to use Krakoa to his advantage, and he's done this and built an army of Sabretooths from around all different realities. And of course, he's taken them on a trip to really kill Wolverines and Wolverine-related characters in every universe, and now they are in our universe. It's a great story. It is definitely gory. I'm not going to give any spoilers, even though they've been all around the internet. The end of this first installment, stuff happens. It is messed up, and I'm a little kind of conflicted about it because I really like that character. I think that character has certainly come a long, long way. So, and look, he's going to come back at some point. That's just how comics are. But it's just in that moment, it's like, all right, maybe it was a little over the top, but there you go. And issue 42, I love the cliffhanger on it. I know that this is not the preferred variant at the moment. I know the Art Adams X-23 variant is the one that's kind of sought after, and it is a great cover. But yeah, I'm here for the ride. Yeah, he don't need therapy. That's the thing. He slashes people up. That's his therapy. The last book I read this week, I initially wasn't going to read it yet, but it is. We were having a private discussion in another chat, and somebody brought this up. I think there's no kind of secret about what happens in this at this point. X-Men Blue Origins #1. In case you don't know, and I'll spoil this one, so I'm going to give you a minute just in case you need to mute your computer, your phone, or whatever you're watching me on. You good, bud? Okay. So, again, we're going to spoiler territory. So, in this book, it is revealed that basically they've retconned Nightcrawler's origin. For the past, I'm going to say 10 to 15 years at this point, we've thought that Mystique and Azazel, notably from the X-Men First Class film, has been Nightcrawler's parents. Lady, you're in for a ride. That's a great show. Trust me, by the end, you're going to love it. Let me know how you like it, in fact. In this particular issue, this picks up right, I guess, towards the end of the Hellfire Gala, when you see Mystique falling to her death, then you, of course, realize that she wasn't dead, and she's a lot messed up. And she makes her way over to Central Park to find Nightcrawler, who's in his amazing Nightcrawler stuff right now. To be honest, I was kind of waiting to read this until after all the amazing Nightcrawler issues are online, because I haven't read any of those. Hold on, buddy, leave that alone. I had set my see, Bizla, how are you? I'd set up my tripod earlier, thinking I'm going to go over there, and just kind of stayed here. So I just saw it magically moving around here. So yeah, through a messed up kind of story, you learn that Nightcrawler's parents are actually both Mystique and Destiny, both being women. And basically, what Mystique's power does, she's not just a shapeshifter. It explains that she's able to really shift her DNA around. The closest thing I can think of is, if you remember the first Jurassic Park movie, they said sometimes the reptiles can change their gender, basically, and that's kind of the thing. So kind of like that 90s TV show, excuse me, Nightcrawler has two moms. And, the interesting point kind of came up that somebody was talking about Madam Web, and then somebody had replied with something about Mystique, if I recall correctly. And they said that, hey, look, Mystique is just basically a tool for a discussion on binary and non-binary gender politics and stuff. And while I don't necessarily agree that this is the purpose of the whole story, I kind of see what they're saying, because there is some dialogue that kind of goes with that, and I'll read it here. This is Mystique, talking about men and women. The only true binary division lies between genders or sexes or sexualities. It lies between those who are allowed to be who they wish and those denied that right. I, Raven Darkholme, that's Mystique, whatever else I am or am not, whether it be not a lifetime or a single night, it is nobody but me to say. I can understand that. So I can understand some of that commentary, but I don't think the issue serves in itself just to do that. I will say this. I think that there is a piece of dialogue in here that, and understandably so, in the span of the story being spoiled and everything, that a detail that gets kind of looked over is Mystique says that even before and after Nightcrawler, there had been other children. You don't really know what happened to them, so I'm wondering if at some point we're going to see another character that's another sibling of Nightcrawler's. I don't know, a little interesting thing I kind of picked up on. One thing I will say too, if you haven't read this yet and you are a long X-Men fan, there is a very early appearance in here of a very young Rogue, so it ties into Rogue as well. But overall, I liked the story. I didn't think it was too political. I didn't feel like I was getting smashed over the head with it. But again, I understand where the talk is coming from. So let me go back into the chat and see what's going on here. There was a lot going on. Jonathan Majors. I'll say this. The Secret Invasion series, I think, got a lot of hate that it didn't need to get. I enjoyed all of the episodes except for the conclusion. I did a whole video on that one. I'm not going to go into it here. Nightcrawler has been a fan favorite. Let's see. Loki's great, though. Durs, how are you? Hope you're doing well at work. There's been no rewatchability in Marvel shows, which some have been good. Hawkeye, Ms. Marvel, Loki, but none have been a reason for me to rewatch. I don't have the time to rewatch any shows, to be honest with you, unless it's... I think the last show I sat down and rewatched was The Sopranos, and that was just because early on, I guess, what was it, about 2 years ago, they had that Sopranos movie coming out, and I had this idea, I'm going to watch all the episodes from start to finish, and then watch the film. And then my wife sat and watched with me too, because she doesn't like... I kind of dragged her because she doesn't like mob movies or mob shows, even though I said to her, look, that's not really the focus. And we did all that. And then if you saw the movie, you might know it was pretty terrible, like god awful, and didn't need to happen. And then we just never recorded anything on it, because I was like, I don't want to talk about any of this. So, okay. But yeah, that movie was so disappointing. Marvel Vision series, WandaVision, yeah. Yeah, and look, I've liked... I don't typically rewatch any series. There was a time that I did that. It's just, I don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time to watch TV series that I want to finish. I still need to finish Sandman. I still need to finish Witcher season 2. What else, buddy? He's coming over to me like he's got input. Do you want to say anything to anybody? No? Okay. There's still a ton of movies I need to watch. The Monarch show I haven't watched at all yet, and I kind of wanted to finish that because I want to end my Apple TV subscription. Stranger Things, we started watching that and stopped. It was just, you know, we've had certain things go on at our house when we moved here. I can't go into more detail than that. If you've been here a while, then you kind of know what's going on. And we kind of don't watch a whole lot of horror related shows or movies. If we do, we watch them during the day. And we were watching up until my wife got pregnant, and then it was like, okay, she kind of felt a certain way watching, like Stranger Things in particular. I know upset her and got to her. So hopefully we'll be able to return back to it soon. In the meantime, look, there's a lot of things we've been enjoying. We watched the Ted series, which I didn't expect to like, but I'll be honest with you, I think I enjoyed the show better than the movies. The second movie we'll throw out. The second movie was terrible. The first movie, thanks, buddy. The first episode was great. The first time you saw it, rather, was great. After that, it had no rewatchability. You want to talk about rewatching things. We also are watching right now Bupkis on Peacock. Peacock actually, we wound up getting for free through our cell phone carrier, I think. And yeah, funny show. I know it was kind of panned when it came out, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Monarch, Halo, I tried to watch. I couldn't get into it, and then we don't have Paramount anymore. Again, we had it for free for a little while, and then that was it. The Bear, we watched one episode and just haven't returned back to it. I do want to check that out because I do like that. I don't know the actor's name who plays the main guy there. But I mean, Hulu, to be honest, I can't remember the last time I turned on Hulu. It's packaged with my Disney. That's why we have it at this point. And I love What We Do in Shadows. I'll say that I've rewatched What We Do in the Shadows a couple times because it is hilarious and there really, really is nothing else like it. I don't even know what that one is. Interview with the Vampire, is that on AMC? No problem, Eddie. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your time with your grandkids. Wheel of Time has been recommended to me. I haven't even attempted to watch it. I did watch, and this I watched on my own. The Boys I watched pretty much all in the span of like 2 weeks, and Gen V, which I thought was good but not great. But it is what it is. Speaking, and I saw somebody commented on She-Hulk. I enjoyed She-Hulk. The ending I thought was unexpected and originally refreshing. Yeah, everybody's got their opinion. My wife didn't care for it, but I liked it. It's a shame we're probably not going to see her back, at least for a TV show. I think they'd be crazy not to bring her into a movie. That being said, I was a little kind of shocked that they haven't addressed the alien attack yet. I figured that would for sure be brought up either during Secret Invasion or during Marvels, and I haven't heard anything on it. Yeah, and that's ending. I think this upcoming season is going to be the last one. After I watched What We Do in Shadows, I could not. Yeah. That whole episode with Bloody Mary is probably the funniest thing I've seen on TV in like at least 5 years. But I was just saying, speaking of movies and TV shows, of course, Super Bowl Sunday, Deadpool commercial, everything that, and pretty much anything anybody's talking about has been related to Deadpool at this point. That's on Hulu, Wellbore. If you have Disney and you have Hulu, I think you can access it that way too. Yeah, that makes sense. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, look, there's been a lot of speculation about Deadpool. I've speculated it myself as well. Check it out. Yeah, Matt Berry is my favorite on that, hands down. Roscoe, there is on YouTube. I can't remember the name of the the channel. Hey, pal. No. Matthew, no. He's playing with the stuff. Matthew, no. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the show. I'll have to let you know. Basically, there's a record store that invites different celebrities and musicians in and says, hey, buy what you want, and they talk about it for a little bit. His is great on it. If I can remember what it is, I'll let you know. Yeah, I mean, look, I've talked a lot about Deadpool. Everybody has. I'm anxious for it. I think we did a video just last week on it, so I would say check that out if you haven't already. But Marvel had a big week because you had Deadpool was announced on Sunday. Then you have Valentine's Day. They're talking about Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to go that way. I thought that was just going to be a rumor. My thought was they were going to, whoever they cast as the new Kang, they were going to also cast as Reed Richards, and then at some point it'd be revealed that Reed Richards in this universe is a variant of Kang. But yeah, I guess they took a left turn on it, and I figured because of the Jonathan Majors trial, they were waiting to see how everything unfolds. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. Oh, hold on, he knocked the gate down again. Be right back, buddy. Excuse me. I'm back. I locked it in a little bit differently. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a callback to the Deadpool series. At one point, went to Deadpool and whomever. Usually, it was Cable. Wolverine was in there for one portion of it. Not to be confused with the Spider-Man Deadpool series. That was different. Hey, come here. I'm almost done, buddy. I have to make it a short show today because I didn't charge my iPad battery because I didn't think I'd be doing this on my iPad. So there you go. What else? Yeah, but look, if he's Reed Richards, I'm curious enough to at least give it a shot. I'll see it when it comes to streaming, just like I do with all our movies now. And then the following day, X-Men '97. So they've had a big week, and it's definitely, some people have said, a shot across the bow at DC that they've put the release date just 2 weeks. The release date for Fantastic Four just 2 weeks after Superman. We'll see how that goes. I don't think. I know that the last time something like this happened was with Civil War and Batman Superman. Later, Wellbore and Batman Superman wound up getting booted up. I don't think the shift in the schedule really kind of affected the box office receipts there. I think Batman Superman got what it was going to get. But that's my opinion. So coming up this week, I'm trying to think. I'm still trying to edit my Wonder Woman cooking video. Just, again, time. That's the big factor here. What else? We have another unboxing, of course. I have one more unboxing in the queue that I've had for a while. And that is actually going to lead to another video series I've been thinking about doing. You just have to stay tuned for that. And that's a reminder of me to shoot that later today. And like I said, I have some art I've got to do as well. I'm also going to check out, of course, just the live shows I've usually been checking out. I will not be doing any streaming on Wednesday. It's going to be my son's birthday. Little guy's second birthday. We're still not doing anything. We're going to wait until my daughter's a little bit older. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting week here. Road to 1K, the hashtag Road to 1K contest. I need to do an update. Yeah, Izzy, I'm still working on mine for that one thing that we're doing. And then I have 2 other pieces I've been working on. Actually, I have a 4th one to work on now as well. So I have a lot to do. I probably shouldn't be talking. Yeah, hashtag Road to 1K giveaway. I've added some more boxes to the giveaway stuff. When do I get to pick at your covers on Fanboy Show, Phil? Soon. I actually direct message Fanboy that I ordered something for our topic. This week, I have added more comics to the giveaway bin, but this week I decided to make a bit of a different turn. I got this T-shirt from Shortboxed. It's interesting, but it's just not something I would wear like a zombie Batman. So I'm throwing this in the giveaway box as well. So you get a bunch of comics, big box of comics, and a T-shirt, XL. You know, hopefully that's your size. If not, you know, maybe it's a little bit baggy on you. Let's see. Yeah, that's coming out soon. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just my little guy's birthday. My daughter was born in November. She's still a little young here. Do you speak Italian? Very little. I took 2 years of it in high school and just didn't click with me. I have had the opportunity to go to Italy twice, and both times I kind of knew enough to understand what they were saying, but I couldn't speak it. Yeah. Oh, well, happy early birthday to you, Dr. Evil Mike. Before I forget, Mike, confirm the time because I know we've had some time changes. I will be appearing later tonight, in fact, I think 10 o'clock my time, Eastern time, on Evil Mike's channel. We're going to be reviewing the next portion of the Dark Tower series. This is half of book 2. So definitely some interesting discussion, a little bit different than what I do here, but looking forward to it. So really, like I said, I had to keep it a little bit short today because my iPad is about to die. About 37, yeah, so 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, thank you, Mike. I'll put something on IG about that in a little bit as well. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time today, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you do. I've got to go out and do a little bit of shoveling. Then maybe I'll jump on here in time for Only Slabs. But until then, I'll leave you like I always do. Peace, love, and comics. Oh, almost forgot this. Any of the comics that I reviewed today, shoot me a quick DM. I'm going to pick one at random, and that I will do a full review of that comic later in the week. Again, DM me whichever comic you want, and I'll pick one at random and go from there. All right. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.